Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jack from Geehy Semiconductor. First, thank you all for taking a cup of coffee to listen to this live session. Being here, I feel very privileged to be able to present you about our company, Geehy Semiconductor. Well, to be frank, Geehy as a name in the semiconductor industry has not been here for over 5 years. That's why some of you might have already learned about Geehy, while some other has not. In fact, when talking to some embedded engineers in this industry, the first question that they will probably ask me is, who is Geehy? So that's why we're sitting here to discover more. Geehy is an IC fabless in China that is dedicated to the development of 32-bit microcontroller products and also the 8-bit microcontroller products and other peripheral components. To let you have a quick general image, here are four numbers that I would like to draw your attention. First is 450. Last year in 2022, we have shipped out overall 450 plus million integrated circuits to the worldwide locations. The second is 6. We are a highly R&D dominated IC fabless, and we have 6 R&D centers. There are 5 in China and also 1 in the US, North Carolina. The third is 20. As I mentioned, Geehy as a name in the semiconductor industry has not been appeared for more than 5 years, but we are born out of our mother company Apex Microelectronics, who has 8 years of MCU development experience and 20 years of IC development experience. And last, we have 600 engineers in our engineering department. This included FAE, AE, and quality engineers, and also of course, the IC design engineers, etc. Before we move forward, I think it's always critical to demonstrate how we understand the MCU business. So, on many hands, we think that MCU industry as a traditional industry has been well constructed. Everything has been well constructed. This is one hand. But on the other hand, we can see many many positive X factor in this industry. We can see that the microcontrollers are being adopted to a variety of cutting-edge new emerging industries. So anyway, we can see a strong demand of microcontrollers during the last 3 years. On one hand, of course, it's because of the periodic fluctuation of this industry. But moreover, first we can see the strong market demand of MCU is triggered by the development of certain emerging industries. This includes the industrial automation, renewable energy, smart homes, smart buildings, smart mobility, EV and EV chargers, something like that. So these industries both need qualified microcontrollers. And on the other hand, the increasing demand of MCU is driven by the trend of Internet of Things, automation, and electrification. That's very obvious. So on account of these two factors, we can see a strong demand of MCUs during the last 3 years, and this even triggered the chip crisis. So the strong demand of MCU also triggered the technical change of the MCU industry. With the increasing demand of MCU, we can see an increasing demand of MCU performance and MCU connectivity interfaces, and also the increasing demand of MCU reliability. So that's why we could see a trend of 8-bit and 16-bit MCU market gradually switching to 32-bit MCUs. We see this as a future. And also we can see MCU with increased user interface and system interconnection functions. And last is the rapid iteration of high-tech products. The rapid iteration of high-tech products in the market has led to a demand of more compact and higher integration solutions. So The R&D engineers nowadays, they require not only a simple piece of MCU, they require a compact and systematic and integrated solutions. Through all these observations, we have a very clear image of becoming a dominant MCU supplier that could help customers to secure their supply chain, that could help customers to provide integrated solutions based on MCU, and also to help customers providing a wide range of portfolio with highest product integration. Our presentation will be mainly divided into three parts. The first part we will introduce how we can power up your projects with the APM32 MCU. For the second part, will be more about our product roadmap. And for the third part, we will be introducing about our ecosystem. Our APM32 MCU products are designed with the ARM Cortex core, available in a wide range of options, from M0 Plus to M4F. And we also have products developed based on the RISC-V and classical 8051 architecture. With over 160 SKU options, our product lines has tremendous flexibility, with features that suit different markets. In terms of product class, we cover from basic to high performance and also the low power MCU. In terms of application, we have both general purpose MCU and application dedicated product families for motor control, Bluetooth connectivity, and automotive electronics. This ensures our customers to have a diverse selections of portfolio to create advanced solutions for the latest applications. During the chip crisis last 3 years, we have been perceived as qualified microcontroller first source and second source in several Europe and APAC markets. This is because of our guaranteed lead time within 8 weeks and our ability to help customers with a quick design migration. But our vision is far more than that. We create this idea of MCU Plus. This is in philosophy to provide integrated solutions to maximize the value addition to customers. To be more specific, first, we are developing the MCU peripheral components product lineup, including the analog IC for BMS and metering, the Bluetooth SoC for BLE 5.2 connection, the sensor and DSP for digital and analog data processing. Second, we are developing solutions on the basis of our APM32 and MCU Plus products. This includes our FOC motor control algorithms. This includes our motor control evaluation board. This also can be seen in our reference design for industrial, consumer, automotive electronics. By constructing the MCU Plus ecology, Geehy has the higher flexibility and reach to provide tailored solutions to customers in especially the IoT, industrial automation, automotive, and renewable energy segments. Here there is a very typical example of how Geehy turned this MCU Plus idea into reality. Motors are widely applied to home automation and of course the industrial automation scenarios. What Geehy provides customer is not only a single chip solution, but also we have the more integrated products, such as the SiP chips, which containing one motor control MCU plus one high-speed gate drivers. The high voltage and low voltage motor control evaluation board is also something that we can provide to customer to quickly help them evaluate the motor control solutions based on Geehy APM32. Apart from that, we provide customers with the algorithm platform and PCB reference design to help customers achieving diverse motor control effects in different scenarios. Moreover, our professional FAE team and AE team, they would like to work closely with customers case by case to fully understand the specific requirements and provide tailored solutions to their own unique questions. When it comes to the comprehensive one-stop solutions for different applications, Geehy is your go-to provider. We have a complete set of offerings from software development kit to hardware development board. We are proud to showcase a variety of successful stories and mass production grade reference design for a wide range of applications, including the HMI, automotive headlights control, microinverter, programmable logic controller, and digital power. We strive to provide you with the most comprehensive solutions to ensure that you can stay ahead of the game. Our quality management system is formulated as the highest automotive grade. From the design end, we are compliant with the automotive grade standard ISO 26262 (SOD), and from the production end, our strict quality control policy mandates all the process comply with the IATF 16949 Automotive Quality Management Standard. We are working with the continuous improvement concept to realize the ultimate satisfaction of the customer. These certifications are good proof of our quality level, dedicated to different industries. In the automotive field, we have 10 SKUs with the AEC-Q 100 certification. In the industrial segment, our most widely applied ATM32F103 has obtained the IEC 61508 CO2 and CO3 certification. For the consumer electronics, 95% of our SKU has been certified with the IEC 60730 certification. This is the functional safety certification for household appliances. Our quality control is also seen on our effort to ensure environmental friendliness. All of our products are strictly compliant with the rules reached according to the latest. We also require that all products' packaging materials are recyclable. We understand the functional safety requirements for different industries, from industrial, consumer to automotive electronics. And Geehy has the safety libraries offered free of charge to customers. This is a very effective way to simplify the SIL design to meet the industry standards. We understand clearly that the key to building up a successful IC fabless is through a supply chain management. Through our 20 years of IC experience, we have established a global fab supply chain, spread it out from not only the Chinese mainland, but also to some overseas locations. This includes the UMC, TSMC, Samsung, and XFAB. By spreading out the fab supply chain, we effectively minimize the risk of chip supply shortage. As a result, we are able to guarantee a 8 weeks delivery time not only at present, but also in the last 3 years during the chip crisis. Thanks to our wide span of portfolio, our MCU plus ecology, our philosophy to provide customers with one-stop solutions to power up their projects, and also our philosophy of localization. Geehy is able to drive a 40 times growth from 2019 to 2022, with 60% of revenue contributed by the industrial application, over 20% contributed by the consumer electronics, and around 10% shared by the automotive electronic customers. During this process, we've keenly captured the trend of the new renewable PV energy, electric vehicles, EV chargers, smart homes and buildings, and also the Industrial 4.0, of course. We provided customers with key turning solutions to facilitate a win-win-win situation for Geehy, for Geehy's agents, and for Geehy's customers. Geehy always adheres to the idea of localization. This is actually a very hard word, which means the global outlook plus localized service. We achieve the localization through our more than 20 official franchise channels throughout the world. And through all these channels, we are able to provide with customers with a very qualified and responsive technical support. And what's more, Geehy is also establishing some sales office in some overseas location. Now we have an Indian office with our country manager who is working dedicatedly for the local market support. The second part will be our product and solutions. Geehy has a well-structured product layout for the various applications. In terms of general purpose MCU, we covered from M0 plus to M4. And in 2024, we will cover up to M55 and M7 with our high performance DSP and MCU. We also offer a comprehensive portfolio dedicated to different mainstream applications. For water and gas meter, we have ultra-low power MCU, which is in development. For wireless connectivity, it is our BLE SOC, the GW family. Just in the last month, we officially released our first motor control MCU APM32 F035. In automotive, we have 10 parts certified by the AEC-Q100. Very soon in this year, we will release our G32A1445, which is a Cortex M4 MCU, certified by the functional safety requirements. At Geehy, we have three business units that are managed independently. The industrial business units, the consumer electronics business units, and the automotive electronics business units. Their main role is to develop MCU according to different sector. And they develop the solutions based on our MCU for different applications. So the first one that we would like to mention is our industrial sector. This is actually Geehy's strongest sector. In fact, Geehy started its business with the industrial grade MCU at the very first beginning. And now the industrial grade MCU still contributes to the largest proportion of Geehy's revenue. Our successful stories covers from digital power, energy management, PV inverters, and industrial automation, and of course for BMS and low power consumption applications such as the metering. Let's take a look at our industrial grade MCU roadmap. From this slide, you can see that we have a very strong trend of developing high-performance MCU for the industrial grade application. This trend has been starting from the last 3 years. And also in the next year of 2024, we will develop 3 products that's high-performance class for the industrial grade application. So here is a very interesting product that we would like to introduce you. Our APM32F411. The idea of we releasing this product is to balance the cost, the high performance, and the communication peripherals. So first, in terms of cost, because it adopts advanced 55 nanometer process, the manufacturing cost was slowed down and the performance was enhanced. In this way, we can provide customers with the M4F product at a very low cost. And what's also need to mention is that it has the richest communication interfaces among all the Geehy's APM32 family. It has 6 USART, 3 I2C, and 5 SPI, and double CAN. And what's more, it can support the QSPI at higher speed, and it can support the USB OTG, which can support both master and slave connection. So with these features, it can be very easily adopted into the application, which require a bunch of communication interfaces, such as the IoT gateway, and such as the industrial control, and like the instruments and apparatus for laboratory purposes. In Geehy, we have a very clear mindset of developing our competence in the industrial grade MCU in four directions, or you can say it's the four pillars. The first one is the HMI, the human machine interface. This is the human machine interaction industrial application. And the second is machine to machine. And third one we call it control and execution. And if you investigate it furtherly, you can say that it is the interaction within the machine. And also the sensing. The sensing is actually, in a way you can understand, is the interaction between the machine and the environment. And for these four directions, we have some matured and proven reference design. As mentioned, Geehy has a very strong competitivity in the industrial automation, and our solutions covers from the industrial automation control, covers from the industrial power conversion, and covers from the industrial analog signal processing. From automation control, we have PLC solutions and servo control solutions. For the power converter, it is our inverter and the digital power. And of course, for the analog signal processing, it's our sensor solutions based on our F003 product. And we have quite a plenty of experience in dealing with the industrial communication protocol, like the CAN open, like the Ethernet, and the Modbus. The automotive electronics is another sector that Geehy's core competitivity lies on. Geehy is now Chinese leading player in the automotive grade MCU segments. We have 10 MCUs with the AEC-Q100 certification and also one MCU compliant with the functional safety SUB. What is neat to mention is that Geehy was certified by the ISO 26262 in terms of the functional safety quality management system. From this roadmap, you can see how our automotive electronics products were developed and how our automotive electronics chips will be developed. There are two new trends. The first trend is to develop the automotive MCU certified by the functional safety standard. And the other trend is to develop some application dedicated IC which is dedicated to certain application. For example, the ultrasonic radar chip. In Geehy, our successful stories and reference designs for the automotive electronics covers from the body control, infotainment system, security system, and powertrain system. In consumer electronics applications, what Geehy is trying to emphasize is the word diversified. We understand that there are many diversified needs in the consumer electronics application. We know that for the large household appliances, for the small household appliances, for the motor control scenarios, for the Bluetooth connectivity applications, the requirements for the MCU are quite different. So that's why we are providing customers with a wide range of portfolio that could cover the diversified demand. Based on the understanding that the technical requirements for the consumer electronics is rather diversified, we have a very clear idea that we cannot simply provide one type of general purpose MCU for all the consumer electronics applications. In Geehy, our strategy is to provide differentiated product options. We divided in our consumer electronics MCU into 5 categories. The first is the general purpose MCU based on ARM Cortex-M0+. The second is the MCU enhanced performance and the enriched peripherals to support the multimedia function of the large household appliances. The third is the MCU dedicated to motor control. The fourth is the MCU with the internal LCD or LED driver to support the functional requirements of the small household appliances. The last one is the Bluetooth MCU that can support the Bluetooth connection of the portable consumer electronics devices. Here, we would like to introduce you one of our new products with special features. The APM32F035 Motor Control MCU. It is an MCU developed based on the ARM Cortex-M0 Plus with 72 MHz operating frequency. What makes it unique is that it has a coprocessor that is dedicated to handling the mathematical operations, such as the divider, the square root, and the trigonometric calculations. Those calculations are very commonly seen in the motor control scenarios. Also to save the external BOM and to reduce the PCB occupation, this MCU has internally integrated 4 OP amplifiers and 2 comparators. In this way, customers' engineers can develop their own solutions, which is more cost-saving and also space-saving. Last but not least, we noticed the trend of the electrical scooter and the electrical two-wheelers. This application has a mandatory request for the CAN communication. That's why you can see the CAN controller in this M0 Plus MCU. Our APM32F035 MCU can be widely applied to the e-scooter, the water pump, the fan, and the garden electrical tools. For the third part, we will go ahead to discover more about our ecosystem and customer support. In Geehy, we pride ourselves in offering a complete ecosystem to customers worldwide to help them throughout their whole project lifecycle. We offer a series of easy-to-use and convenient development tools from both hardware to software side. As you can see from this slide, we have the official access to the multiple mainstream IDE from OnKale, IAR, RT-Thread to Eclipse. And customer can download our software development kit from our official page at any time. For the hardware side, we have the mini board, evaluation board, tiny board, and even some application dedicated demo boards. If customers need to do some programming or debugging of our APM32, they can either choose our official tools of APM32Proc and Geehy Link, but also some third-party tools. As you can see, we are cooperating with some world-famous names such as Sager. So if you have the Sager's J-Link, you can use it to debug the Geehy APM32. And apart from that, we offer a qualified technical support. We have our sales engineers, FAE, and AE. They will support the customers throughout their whole project development cycle. Another important thing I want to mention is that we have a conscious of establishing our developer community. We have our official account on our Hackster, on our GitHub, and also now we have developed our Geehy Semiconductor official forum. Geehy is also committed to constructing the developer-friendly ecology. Nowadays, you can find Geehy's official account in Hackster and GitHub. We see these as a very good, very effective channels to share with developers our most updated experience of developing APM32. Last but not least, we would like to share you one very interesting fact. So now, Geehy has finished the construction of our official developer community. So, during the development of Geehy APM32, if you have any questions, any technical questions, no matter you are R&D manager, embedded engineers, or individual developer, you can search the community.geehy.com and log in, and you can leave any questions you want to ask. Our FAE team and AE team will make sure that your voice will be heard and your questions will be resolved in a very responsive manner. So thank you all for taking a cup of coffee time to enjoy this live session. I hope you now have a very good idea of who Geehy is and what value we can provide you. And if you have any further interest, you can subscribe any of our social media account or community account. I hope you have a very nice day. Thank you.